be 7:40 p.m. in India. We shall start our weekly learning session. Today is a session on WeAreOne group, session number 262. So 262, and topic of discussion today is the stages of spiritual seekers. So we'll discuss in detail. Just to inform you, on 12th of September, last 12th of September, we have completed our WeAreOne group, completed in WhatsApp in 2016, 12th September. So we completed 9 years of our group. And that is, the group started with a question answer and message posting and many things. But this regular weekly session started during COVID time. It's 2020 sometime we started. That's why it is 262. So as you are aware that each year we have 52 weeks. So 52 weeks, but few weeks we have, because of our camps and other things, we may have, we could not conduct this weekly session. So excluding that, that means we already crossed 262, means we have almost 5.5 years into the weekly sessions, regular weekly sessions, and Sunday Kriya and meditations, which we'll do. But as a group, our WeAreOne group, the name WeAreOne, so it is formed in 2016, 12th of September. So anyway, so that is all divine grace, all Babaji's grace. So now it's quite a big group, and we are having regular camps and things. We got new Mahakriyas, and many of our the members, they have elevated much on the spiritual level. So we will, we will understand different level of seekers. So then it will also, each one of you, you can just check yourself that which level you think you are. There is no such thing called comparison or no criticism, of course, but I will just, while narrating the fact, let me give you some preliminary, note that it is not to criticize anyone. Yeah? So everybody is walking their own spiritual path and their own pace, their own understanding, and all of us, we have free will. So there is no such thing called right and wrong. But only thing is, we will talk about that each level, if we have crossed that level, what are the attributes? And if we are not able to cross because of some misunderstanding or, lack of initiative or focus. So as per the master say, lagan mein agan hona chahiye. If the agan is missing, the passion is missing, then we may not, may take a longer time in such one step. But anyway, this is about just for understanding purposes, and this is for, so that we are, when we come across our journey in our life, so we'll know that, which direction we have to go and what is there further. And there is no claim this is the only stages or this is the unique, there is a final stage, not necessarily. There can be some branches, sub-branches. Some may take more time into one zone, multiple branches there, then go to the next step, or sometime maybe going from one step to next step take years. But further, 2-3 steps, they can go in a weeks. It's all possible. Many recorded incidents are there of their spiritual journey of people. Those are there. So basically, what I'm saying is just take it in a right spirit. Don't try to, just take it as a like a scale of criticism to anything or anyone. Not to take anything negatively or personally. Okay. So, but it is, I'm telling you, whatever the We come across thousands of seekers, and from there, whatever we understood, we'll talk about it here today. Okay. Fine. So first one, we start with our, I have given the first one is a number one is Enquirers. It's just an inquiry. So Enquirers, or it is also in spiritual terminology called Jiggasu, means you are interested about this, the spirituality. So sense of inquiry is a good thing. It is a good starting point. So we can, first of all, we should know, because all in today's era, all of us are educated, intellectual human beings. So we cannot just follow order of someone and start implementing in your life. That is not possible in today's age. So first of all, we need to inquire and see what is there. And of course, we have a lot of conditionings. So when we start taking interest about it, we develop our own idea about spirituality. There are some conditionings, and we face, we have to undergo that. The spirituality, there is a lot of myth and misunderstanding about spirituality. Like spirituality only for sannyasis, the householders cannot do that, or it is only for specifically few. So we just like to see what is happening. And earlier, in fact, one point of time, I also used to think that spirituality is for, in the old age, when I will retire, nothing else to do, I will do some spirituality. Anyway, so that was my idea. So many people have a different idea and different approach to spirituality. But thing is, somebody is repulsive, the word spirituality. So nothing happens to them. So forget about them. They are not inquirers even. It's below that. Yeah. So, but if somebody is taking interest, so then they start, looking for it. So what is it? And there is a big misunderstanding that many people considers that spirituality and religion, somebody spiritual, somebody religious, the same thing. Yeah. Many people feel that they are doing the puja and sadhana, or visiting, the temples, or giving some, what is called, prasad or mala chadaya kahin pe, that should be enough, like they are spiritual. They are not. Spirituality literally means connection with your own soul. So that is a spiritual, that is a connection. Religious things are not, they are not the spiritual practices. Yes, it is true that most of the religion, spirituality, they have borrowed from spirituality. Many techniques, many methods, they have borrowed from spirituality. But religion, religious practices itself is not purely spiritual. And also there is a fundamental difference between the spirituality and religious, religious techniques and spiritual techniques. But first of all, spirituality is not man-made. It started when the human being is formed. Even when they used to live in the cage and, cave, man and whatever, earlier stages of human civilization, spirituality is still there. But the religion are developed over the period of time in the society. Like it's a societal needs to meet them, the religion developed. In other words, religion has been created by human beings, but spirituality is not created by human beings. They are born with it. So that is a fundamental difference. So anyway, so why I'm mentioning all these things? Because the sense of inquiry, because we come with the idea that religion and spirituality is the same thing. Then we come with the background. It takes a long time to understand it is not the same. But we start with that. So whatever we do, religious practices we do, we think we are spiritual. Many people have seen that somebody is very devoted, religious. They do the bhajan, pujan, sadhana, aradhana, every day. They think they're spiritual, not necessarily. Because if somebody is heavily ritualistic, they are doing the religious practices, they can be spiritually evolved. I'm not saying that they cannot be. But those practices are not reason for that. Unless until there is a self-realization, they are not evolved spiritually. Somebody can spend their life doing all the religious practices, then still they cannot go more than just Enquirer. They're just still knocking the door. They don't know which door to open. So they may be knocking at the wrong door, all efforts. So anyway, but at the same time, unless until nobody, becomes spiritual from birth. When we take birth, we forget about our past lives, and all those soul connection was intentionally, it was cut, and we have to explore through free will. So we also in spirituality also have to find out of our free will and then to pursue further. So this finding it out has to come from our free will. So if we don't wish, spirituality will never occur in our lives. As simple as that. So in that sense, the sense of inquiry is good. Maybe out of that, later on realize that whatever you are focusing, 90% of them are not really nothing to do with spirituality. Only few of them are. But at least to come to that conclusion, you have to do different kinds of trial and error. Nothing wrong in that. The sense of inquiry is good. Only thing by the way, sense of inquiry means non-believers who doesn't believe in God or something, that may be a good point to start because they want to experiment and try to see what is it. That is a good thing. In that sense, somebody is heavily religiously programmed, for them to accept spirituality sometimes become very, very difficult. Sometimes in the one lifetime, they cannot come out of that. Or change the track or change the path. So they think whatever they believe, that's it. That's the final. That is the best, So that's why it doesn't happen. But somebody non-believer means they have not farmed on anything yet, because they say, I have not seen it. I have not touched it. I'm not convinced that the God exists. For them, it is easier to become spiritual. Because it is about the soul, it's about connection within you. It's nothing to do with outside. So that is the kind of thing. But sense of inquiry, good. Why I'm saying it? Many, many masters that they started. By the way, what is the level of master? I will come later. It is one of them in the list. Many, many renowned spiritual masters, they started their spiritual journey with the sense of inquiry. See, Swami Vivekananda, that time he was Narendranath Datta. Naren used to put, his guru, Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev, he could not touch money, So, to test whether he is actually faking or it is really, he keeps himself away from money. He put some coin. Earlier days, 1 rupee coin was quite some valuable big coin. So 1 rupee coin below the mattress of Ramakrishna, Thakur bed. He went for a taking bath, and in meanwhile, the Naren went and put some coin below his mattress, and just to take, and he was hiding behind and seeing what is happening. Then Ramakrishna Dev, he came back after bath and just sat on the bed and suddenly jumped up. Oh, say, I'm feeling too hot. There is something wrong with the bed today. Then finally, then came out from the hiding. Then Narayan said, sorry, I just wanted to test you. I put the coin, So that, so then it was confirmed that, his Guru Ramakrishna Dev was not faking. He really could not, touch money or handle money or something of that nature. He got some kind of energetic reaction to it. Anyway, so this kind of, sense of inquiry is good. If you, in fact, I'm going to say that extent that if you like to test your own guru, that is all fine. Ask questions to your guru, check, no, absolutely no problem. There is no issues. Only issue is that at his opposite also we have seen many happening in this world. Some of them are not serious, means if you are asking some guru or come across with some guru, do your own experiment, check it, it's all fine. But at the end of it, if your so-called test, it is passed, then you accept that person as your guru and learn and move further. That time, most of the places, what happens is they cannot go to that level. They go to another person, try to ask this similar kind of questions, go here and there and all this kind of things. These people are called window shoppers. They are not serious. They may be asking the similar questions to many gurus and many people so it is just an intellectual exercise. You are not serious. Humans, those category of people I'm saying. Sense of inquiry is good. If you lead to your further spiritual journey, the next step, that is good. Yeah, if you want to try, test your guru, or you met somebody, that's all fine. You just please do it. But if that, it should be a process. It should not be just run away with it. I have seen many the people, they are asking same questions to different gurus or spiritual masters, maybe last 20 years, same questions to different people. But what does that mean? Means they are not interested in answer. They are not interested to know. They are only interested to ask questions and think that by asking the question, their level is uplifted. Just as a false, they are thinking. Yeah. Maybe thinking the others will think, oh, that person knows many things. Yeah, there's a typical our social, boasting or things like that. But ultimately, it is no one. It doesn't matter to the guru. Somebody true guru. Also, there are a lot of fake gurus. I'm saying true gurus. It doesn't matter. They are not into the popularity business or impressing someone. They don't need it. It is only the so-called potential seeker, if that person is satisfied, and then it can be followed. It will be self-realization will happen. So that will be good for the seeker. Not guru doesn't matter. He has already crossed it, whatever is needed in this planet Earth. So there is no need for him or her. Okay. So that is about the first stage is about the Enquirers. So this is, as I said, that it can be good starting thing, but it should be serious. But any kind of fickle-mindedness or casual approach lead to nowhere. So we have to be careful about that. Otherwise, it is a very good thing. You should inquire. You should ask different questions, and better not to feel shy about asking questions. Earlier, I also said many times that don't think that if you ask questions in the group or a forum or anything, we have question and answer session every week. So don't assume that, oh, no, I should not ask questions, because if I ask questions, I look like a fool. Maybe others know better. I don't know. So I will expose myself unnecessarily. Come out of this kind of, if you have this kind of, thinking pattern, come out of it. What I say is, if you ask questions, you will know the truth. And that ignorance will go forever, because you know it now. Rest of your life, you know it. So the matter is over. If you don't ask the question, you remain in the darkness. You remain in the ignorance for rest of your life. Yeah. So if some question comes out, then you ask and finish it off. You get the answer, and that's it. That closes the matter. Don't try to suppress it and hide it, or thinking that what other may think. Doesn't matter what other may think. Maybe after 1 or 2 weeks, nobody even will remember who asked what questions until they see the video. So don't bother about those things. Yeah, it is not to impress anyone, or it is not to do. But what I am saying is, it should be genuine question. Means that is called sense of inquiry. You do have the genuine sense of knowing the things. That is sense of inquiry. Otherwise, as I said, the other type of fellows, the same question they're asking 20 places, that will not take anywhere, because those people are not interested to know anything. Yeah, so forget about progressing the path. So they remain stuck there. So only just be careful that you don't fall into that kind of trap or things. But otherwise, if something comes in your from within you, no matter how silly it sounds or appears to be, do ask. Yeah. So if it is truly a silly question, let your guru say that it is a silly question because of this. Let it be. But that is the answer you should also get. No? Okay. All right. So the next is about the scholars. So most of our today's world, we see there are many scholars in the spiritual field. What they do, they don't ask any questions or anything, or they don't meet with a person of like a spiritual evolved person, or maybe they didn't get chance or they are not interested. They keep on collecting different things from the books. They read many books, and nowadays, because of social media, they may have listened to thousands of videos. They are part of the group of 5, 6, 7, 8 different spiritual groups. They get a message or morning message, and these things they keep on forwarding those things. This kind of this category, so where this comes, it is actually a kind of ego trip, because we are programmed to appreciate who is more intellectual, who can speak well, because of it shows that knowledge of that person. So they think that the spirituality is also, if I read so many books, collect many information, I can talk about it, spirituality, then I can, see what happens in this, that, and all. What happened to so-and-so, Gautam Buddha, what happened to Jesus, what this, that happened, who told what, and I can recite Bhagavad Gita for, from the memory, and this kind of stuff. So these are called the scholars. Yeah. If you feel like reading something, nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying don't read it, but thinking that that is the way to progress the spiritual path is complete misunderstanding. Okay? Because this path will not lead, that cannot be progressed with intellect and your memory and your smartness. It is not possible. It is an experiential thing. You cannot just keep copying different matters and put it up in a good article and publish. You don't become spiritual. The article will be published. You don't become spiritual. What happens is, those who actually the spiritual evolved people, they can feel that it is a quite void. That means actual the life is missing into that. Even not only, there are many spiritual organizations and all those things. Some speakers, when they speak, it just comes out that they are not telling this thing from their experience. They read it somewhere, they're just reproducing it, just like giving a lecture in college or maybe in the talk show, TEDx or whatever. It is not coming from within, and that kind of thing is like a self-sabotaging. So Guruji, Prem Nirmalji says that they downloaded so many things, videos and these things into their laptop. Maybe the laptop get enlightened, not them. Anyway, but it is not about that. It is not about collecting information. It is not the path of information. Even somebody not reading a single book can be enlightened, self-realized. Say maybe remote villages and all those kind of things. That person may not give a lecture or any single talk. It doesn't matter. Okay, but they can be, self-aware. So possible. So this is also a trap. So particularly this is trap for a more educated people like us. All of us are college educated and all those. So for us, it is very difficult to understand there is a path which does not need study. Okay. And just to go, so a scholar thing is a liability. Initially, knowing something for interest is fine, but thinking that that is the way to move forward is completely wrong. It's a realization. I give an example like it's a taste of a mango. Okay. If you study about mango, from how many types are there, where it grows, and how much is weight and how it's color and what type, different types of mangoes and these, that, how to handle it, how to eat it, and how many type of preparation you can make it with mango, and we can make a juice or milkshake or sweet, and all whatever. You do many type of things and all, but you study and we become a doctorate on mango. You may talk about mango for hours, but still you will not know what exactly mango tastes. So you don't need all this kind of lecture and studying and scientific explanation, what is called scientific names and all this kind of stuff. Scholars will do. You don't need. You just need a piece of mango, eat it, understand what is mango, how it tastes. You need not to explain it also. Okay, so you know it and that's it. Okay, that is called experiential understanding. Spirituality is exactly that. Either you experienced or not. Okay, if you not, you cannot cover it by reading things, even memorizing Bhagavad Gita or something like that. That is one of the reasons you say we recommend to all our group members, don't spend too much time into studying the scriptures and this and reading many books or who said what and all those kind of stuff. Why? Because those will not help you into the spiritual path. It will be counterproductive. I'm not saying those are wrong. What I'm saying is those are not your experiences. First, you just concentrate of your own experience. When you will go to the further steps, you will know what are the things. First, you will get enlightened. You come to that level of awareness. Then you read. It will make sense and that will not trap you. Okay, it will be perfect. You understand what is the true meaning of Bhagavad Gita or any other text, the Bible or Quran or whatever. There's no issues with that. But if you start with the beginning of all those things, you will stuck into that rituals, stuck into that the reading and all. It's a good practice. I'm not saying somebody reads some kind of what is called religious text daily is harmful. I'm not saying that. But it's a clear understanding that reading will not make you enlightened. Okay, that's a different thing. Like eating a mango. It doesn't matter that every day morning you research about mango. It does not make you know what mango is. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying here. So that is for us in the modern era, that in the age of information technology, most of us are stuck in the scholar. Yeah. We keep reading so many things, start forwarding here and there, and this message, that message. Gita says this, Shiv Puran says this, Bible says this and that and all those kind of things. And nowadays, so many times forwarding, even we don't know whether really it is written or told by God also. Yeah, there is no guarantee. So to know something, this is not the way. Externally, you can. If something, how do you decide that? If it is coming from external sources, drop it for the time being. You just grow internally, connect with the divine, direct first-hand knowledge, that is your truth. We have to go there. When that will download, you come to your knowingness, that will be your truth. That is the road we have to, walk forward, not reading. So in fact, for spiritual journey, too much reading is a wasting exercise. Why wasting? Because more we read, more we get confused. Most of the time, people are stuck not because that there is no method. Stuck because they know too much about something, and obviously, if you read too much, something will contradict another text. Both of them are their very respected texts, but they will contradict in some point, and you will be confused. You don't know which one to do that. Yeah. So that's why it will hamper your own progress. That's why you have to drop them for the time being. When we get enlightened, you have the able to download the truth directly firsthand. You will know, okay, that particular text has been given the light from this angle, and the other one given light from the another angle. Both of them are correct, and it's possible that both of them are correct. So this is the way. This is the way we have to take it. Then you got the clear understanding. Somebody is saying that this person is a son. Somebody is saying this person is a father. Both of them are correct. Okay. Same person can be son, same person can be father. What's the problem? Yeah. But in the text, when you read it, he says, which one to take? He's just explaining that you should the praise God as your son and love God as your son. Another saying you have to be careful and be respect as your father. Which one to take? Both of them are correct. Okay, but your own understanding has to come so that you know that all of them are correct. There can just a different version came from the different channels of the same truth. As Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev said, "Jatamat Tatapat." Those many opinions, there are many ways. So for you to know which are the ways, you have to, suppose climbing a mountain, you have to reach to the peak first. Then you know, okay, this is that path, that is that path, this is that path. All paths will make sense to you. But you are walking one path, you don't see other paths. Then you think the other people who are doing they are nonsense. And then maybe your religion says this, another religion says this, and they fight with each other. And that is a sheer nonsense that is happening. Just because something is written somewhere and they don't match, they should not match. There can be hundreds of paths going to the top of the mountain, and each path should not exactly match to the other. That's quite normal, and that's how it should be. Anyway, so that is a risk of getting stuck into this scholar level. Yeah. So, and also that is the reason we recommend that initially you stop getting the urge of forwarding the media thing and all. First of all, we don't know. Also, it is by doing so will not make you more spiritual. It would be rather harmful to you. Yeah? So better to avoid that. You just read whatever you feel like comfortably. Some good read. That is good for you to have a good time. That spend some peaceful time reading something. I like reading. That's okay. But otherwise, it is a borrowed knowledge. Borrowed knowledge cannot make you enlightened. Means it is like somebody else eating food cannot fill up your stomach. Okay. So you may see it and, all this kind of things, but those kind of things are ultimately, it will not be helpful for your spiritual journey. All right. Next is meditators, third. It actually comes from the previous step. People that study so much things, from their own, they develop some kind of techniques and they definitely come across meditation, So they think that, closing your eyes and sitting certain way and certain direction or praying something or this and that is the meditation. So whatever they understand from that, from whatever they read somewhere, they think that is the meditation. They sit down, meditate. Of course, it will give some certain kind of, calm down your mind and you feel good. Like some feel good factor is there. If you practice whatever you saw in the video and somebody's telling something and all this kind of thing, so you feel good. So those issue with that is after a certain time, you realize you are stuck there. Okay, you feel good is okay, but nothing further is happening. Maybe you read many things, but those things are not happening to you. You are doing whatever you understood for reading or somebody recommended some message or you read, but nothing happening. You feel stuck. So that is the time. That is the time you realize maybe that is that you are missing something. I mean, there is something which is, somehow you are missing. That leads you to an urge. If that happens, sometimes it may not happen. Lifelong, you keep doing the same thing and all, and you think that's it, but nothing else happens. Okay. And I'm not saying the few days or weeks. Some people, they are meditating years, nothing has happened to them. Okay. So fundamental thing is about that, the source of that meditation or the technique, from where they got it. That is important here. Otherwise, we'll get stuck. If it is read from somewhere or looking into some video, just copying. If it is a copy paste, it will not happen to you. Okay. Because to go to further, you need more things than just reading. You have to vibrate at a certain level. Your chakra must be open. Otherwise, same thing physically will not give you any better thing. So how to know that? How to understand that? I normally give an example of a cooking, say cooking a curry on a pan. Yeah. Maybe the pan has been put, I cut vegetables. Suppose it is a mixed vegetable curry. So pan is, I put it onto the oven. It's a gas oven, and put some oil, and then maybe some chalk or something, some masala, garam masala or whatever, and then all this sabzi, I cut them into pieces, put some haldi and namak and all these things, salt and turmeric, and then I put it into that. I'm waiting for half an hour, nothing is happening. No smell is coming, nothing is happening. Cooking is not happening. So what may be the reason? Reason is maybe I forget to switch on the burner. It's cold. So there is no problem with the ingredients. First thing we say, maybe the ingredients are wrong. No, they are not wrong. Vegetables are good. All ingredients are correct. Quantity of oil is correct. Pan is perfect. That is the kind of pan we need to cook. Only thing is, as we forget to switch on that gas burner, so it is not heated up enough. And because it is not heated up enough, that's why cooking is not happening. Half an hour, 1 hour, sit down, nothing is happening. That is exactly the stage of, what we call the meditators. Those meditators, ingredients are not wrong. They are giving time and they are following the method what they understood. But their base is not formed. What that means is they should be properly prepared their system. And here comes a guidance is needed, because you cannot do it on your own. That's why the spiritual initiation is needed. That's why the knowledge of chakras needed. That is a raise of vibration is needed, because those are creating the base for your sadhana. Without that, your meditation will not make any outcome. It will not give you any result. Like that, all the oil, vegetable, and all things not cooking anything, because the pan itself is not heated enough. As simple as that. Here you need to get the guidance. Otherwise, you will not be able. Even to practice the same thing, you will not cross that. So here comes the role of a guru, role of a master. So when one spends too much of time into just trying themselves alone, something, first of all, they think that religious practices is good enough. So they have to come out of that idea. And also practicing on their own, looking into some video or reading some book, etc. They try. Those cannot progress because of this reason. It looks same, but the preparation, the foundation, the pan is not heated enough to cook. And how to hit the pan, that only the masters who has already crossed the path, they can tell you. Very simple. But without that, the cooking will not happen. Like switch on the burner is not a very big technology, but without that, nothing will happen. So somebody need to know which burner to, which knob to rotate to start the burner, or put a lighter into it so that it starts burning, and then it will happen, cooking will happen. Okay. So then they realize that I need some help. Yeah. This is the first time the seeking gets in the right track. Otherwise, you can spend time in doing first three things, whatever I told you, you will not grow. You'll remain there. Nothing will happen. Yeah. You start inquiring many things, asking many questions, study many things, hundreds and thousands of books and literature. You practice on your own something. Yeah. Even meditation, nothing will happen. Okay. So this is the first time you realize we need help. I cannot do it on my own. And that come from within. It is your free will. That inner voice will come. Okay, look, be ready. So then we become a true seeker. We start looking for where I will get a guru, or where I can get a guidance. Here, some people, they automatically go into the prayer. Pray to whom they believe. Say, please, show me the path. I have done whatever I could, but it is not giving me result. If they pray or if they somehow be ready, some guru appears into their life. How they come into contact, who is that person, how the person looks like, how they are related earlier or not, it doesn't matter. Because divine knows everything. When you are ready, divine will send you somebody, some proper guide who is most suited for you. Only thing is, you have to accept it as a guru. You have free will. You say, no, I don't like his face. I don't like, it's okay. That person will go away. So it is up to you. If you say yes, then further journey starts. So what is the further journey? Further journey is then you become a disciple. Means if you accept that offer of that guru, you become a disciple. Disciples are not to be seen as any kind of lower category stuff. Disciples means you are a student. As simple as that. Everybody, we need to go to school and college. You are a student. But student, only thing you become a student if there is a proper teacher or proper guide. So once you get into touch with a proper guide, then only this particular thing, disciple, you become the disciple. Disciple, in other words, the learners and practitioners. Even after getting in contact with the spiritual master or a guru or a guide, it is quite possible that you are just listening, you are not practicing. Okay, there are many. They're into that. Or they're still trying different other methods and all those kind of things. So then nothing happens to them either. But if you follow what exactly that your guru is telling you, then you become a serious seeker. You become a disciple. By the way, you are not a disciple of somebody to whom you not personally met or personally understood or personally initiated by that person. Maybe you are following some world-renowned master. What you do, you listen to some video, maybe join some group, receive some message in the early morning, what message for today and all those kind of things. You are not a disciple. You are a follower. You are a devotee maybe. But you are not a disciple. Disciple means there should be some two-way interaction with that person. That person will give you your custom-made things to you. The guru will give you. Suppose you are facing in the journey many issues you can face, and those are unique. Maybe another person has not faced that kind of stuff. You should be able to communicate with your guru, and guru should give you one-to-one advice to you in your particular case. Then that person is your guru. But you are a group of, say, thousands, and you are getting a text message or attending a conference once in a year or sitting maybe, 63rd row. That person is not your guru. That may be a very big master, that no doubt about it. But you are just a devotee or a follower. You are not a disciple. Here we are talking about your spiritual journey. So you have to be disciple of that person. Disciple means you should learn and you should practice yourself. Spiritual things is, as I mentioned little earlier, it is like eating food. Unless until you eat the food, you will not get the nutrition or the benefit of that food value. Somebody else is eating and you see this is how to eat and that is where you get it and how to prepare that food and what is the most, most nutritious food in the world. That study will not make you stomach full. You will not get nothing. Somebody has to cook it and put it in front of you. Then not only that, you have to eat yourself. Then only you will get the nutrition. Spirituality is also like that. Guru can guide you, how to eat, and it maybe even put it in front of you. You eat this, it will be good for you. These are the items will good for you, up to that level. But if Guru eats on your behalf, Guru will get more nutrition, not you. Okay? So that's where the practice comes into the picture. So You understand the Guru, and by the way, there are hundreds of methods. So Guru will give you one method which Guru himself or herself has followed and got the results. Naturally, Guru will give you that technique. That's fine. It is up to you. If you're still fickle-minded and say, oh, that method is good, that method is, somebody else is doing another way, somebody is taking like this, rotating the head while taking breathing. We are not rotating, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. This is your mind game. Whatever appropriate Guru for you, you will appear in your life. Only thing you have to, yes, and there is no compulsion. You have free will to get dropped. But if you say yes, you follow exactly what your Guru says. You will reach fastest, like climbing a mountain. If you just follow your guide, you will reach in the shortest possible time to the peak of the mountain. But if you try here, maybe, no, he's showing me this way, but maybe other ways looks to be better. No, I'll try that. You will waste, it's called detour into the spiritual journey. You will have a lot of detours. You will waste your time. Ultimately come back. Maybe after you lost in another route, you have somebody to rescue you, you have to bring it here. In the bargain, you will miss the, lose the time. Yeah, that's it. Guru will not demand that you must follow me. No, it's not a military rule. It's a path of liberation. It has to be, you have to choose to walk yourself. There is no compulsion. Somebody, suppose you don't want to follow, nobody will mind, because it's not in the Guru's interest that you follow. It is your interest to follow. Same like attending a class, in the college, the lecture. It is your interest to know what the topic is and how to grasp about that subject. If you just somehow from the back door you go out of the classroom, you will be the loser. You will not know what is there. Okay, so college still there are some rules and regulation. You maybe get a warning or something. Here don't get it. It's up to you. Anyway, but if you say yes, if you choose and follow, like regularly, what is these things, then your progress will be very, very fast. Then you will be fast. And in this case, who are really passionate about it, Guruji says they are mumukshus. Mumukshu means you desperately like to know more and things like that. So it has come from within. It is not imposed. Yeah. So they are the real learners and they implement the master's words. Yeah. And also they are called supatras. Supatra means who can receive this knowledge well. Yeah. So it is the capacity and the attitude of the seeker that make them to absorb more. It is said that you should behave like a sponge. You absorb the whatever Guru says, the energy and all, so that you will get filled. So that is the way. Yeah. And you have to stop the ego activity here also. That is also one of the things you will learn during the process, that your ego controls you. Sometimes your ego comes in between. You are not been able to be a good disciple because of your own ego. So how ego controls us? 3 ways. Either it creates some doubt in our mind, or it creates some fear within us, or it logically convinces us it is not worth doing. If you are facing any one of these 3 things in your journey at any point of time, it is almost certain that you fall in into the trap of your ego. Okay. 3 things, I repeat again. Creating a doubt about the method, about what Guru said, or how Guru behaved and how told and whatever. Doubt. And second is about creating some kind of fear. Maybe it will be harmful for me. How can I do that? How can I do this? Maybe I have to leave my family and go to Himalayas, and how my family will survive. It creates some fear. Maybe I will lose my job. Oh my God, the spirituality I will be ruined. These are all fear. Okay. And third is logically convinced. So means logically it will say, it's not worth it. There are a lot of things to enjoy in life. Why should I waste my time in giving to spirituality? Even many people ask me this question also, कि इसमें मेरा क्या फायदा है? So So I said, no, means, I take it, I consider it as a funny. I said, koi fayda nahi hai. Chodo isko. But basically, your time has not come. Why should somebody else convince you why you need to get enlightened, why you need to, self-realized and all? If it is not about convincing anyone, huh? that the people miss the point. It is not convincing you to walk the path of spirituality. If that approach you have, that kind of thinking you have, it is coming from your ego. So, if you keep that, silence your ego, through meditation, we can do that. Go to no thought zone, and that will help us to go and cross the barrier. Ego annihilation happens. But before that, you have to keep an eye of that, this kind of thinking in your mind. Yeah? Even most unconditional things what Guru gives you, you will feel suspicious about it. Many people still they're thinking, iska interest kya hai? They don't. Itna time de raha, itna kar raha, how giving this kind of knowledge and for free? What is the motive? Maybe there is some ulterior motive. So, you know that story, na? Gautam Buddha's, he was sitting there and his disciples were there. One person came and giving a lot of gali to him. Yeah? So, you're a moron, you just brainwash people, and because of you, that, their life has been a hell because of you, and all these nonsense type things. So his disciples were become angry. What the hell? You're coming to our ashram and, they're shouting at, abusing to our Guru. And because Guru, Gautam Buddha, he himself sitting there, so nobody can do anything because his Guru is there. So after 15 minutes, gali wali deke, apna dil halka karke, whatever, it feels like, chala gaya, gone. So then the disciples said, Guruji, why, you allowed this person to talk like that to you? And those are all false. If you have really done something wrong, we can still understand that giving you back whatever harm you have done to that person. You have not done anything. He's just unnecessarily blaming you something. And he just keeps smiling and all. Okay, you are a enlightened person, so you may not say some bad words from your mouth, and at least you can say shut up, or you can say get out, this is my place. At least you could have done that. So, that story, Gautam Buddha says, okay, forget about that gali and all this. Suppose that person came to give me a gift, a box, fine, nicely ribbon and all, you give me the gift. So, now he came to give me the gift, but I didn't take the gift. So now, and then person gone. So who has the gift now? Let's say the person who brought the gift, he is having the gift now. He said, here is also the same thing. He came to abuse me, but I didn't take it. So that anyway, so that means that these are the kind of things that comes from this kind of understanding. It doesn't matter to Guru. What somebody else is saying or somebody else is doing, because that Guru is not answerable to any of this kind of thing. And those obviously coming from some ego. Guru understands that. So there is no issues with that. But if Guru actually help you to get over your ego, and the truth is, it is Guru's duty to hit your ego and get out of this, so that it goes out of your system. So into our spiritual journey, we also receive many things, thrashing from our Guru. Now Guruji, Prem Nirmalji, he is very, very mild nowadays. So 15 years back, he was not like that. Very tough. He thrown out many people, get out and, So anyway, that is a different thing. Why? Because if somebody feel hurt, suppose you want to meet with a master, you feel hurt. The part of you which is getting hurt is your ego. That has to go. Because if that doesn't go, your spiritual progress is not possible. You have to come out from your comfort zone. Otherwise, you will remain wherever you are. So far, you have crossed certain, different stages. Now, you will be stuck in one of those stages with your ego. Okay, it will not break through or to go further. So it is at a certain point of time, every master does it, but their own way. Okay. So not necessarily all the masters are sweet talkers and things like that. As I give an example of the Guru, there are many things. Danda lage marte bhi hai na, literally hit. Yeah. So then anyway, I have seen also different master bahut gali wali bhi dete hain. But anyway, that is up to not to to insult someone, but to so that through that insult that ego runs away. And so that whatever remains, then that is the thing can reach further. So with out of compassion, it is just a oxymoron. Say the gali bhi dete hain, wo bhi because out of compassion. Okay, because of compassion. If Guru is not compassionate, will not tell you anything. You do whatever you want. It's okay, fine. Who cares? All right. So let us go to the next part. So we talked about disciple and there are some quality of the disciples and all. Fundamentally, if you follow your Guru will take you there. Means there is no such thing that you have to not to do PhD to know how to deal with it. Just follow. Temporarily, till you get enlightened. After that, you are fully liberated to do anything, you say anything, go anywhere, no issues. But till that time, till you climb the mountain, till you go to the peak, follow that. Follow your guide. You will definitely reach the shortest time. If you follow your Guru or guidance, then what happens is, as I was explaining, your ego will annihilate. Then the connection with the divine will be established. You will be able to, the first-hand knowledge, you will be able to download the knowledge first-hand, the Brahma Gyan, the universal knowledge you will get first-hand. That is the only truth. Rest of the things, whatever you read, whatever you heard, even whatever your Guru says, that may be his or her experience, not yours. So those are all versions to you. So you have to come to the level where you can download his knowledge directly. That is your truth. Guru will help you to go there. Guru will not impose that, okay, maybe certain kind of thing you need to know so that, no, this also happens. Yeah. When Babaji, after silence period, Babaji just, I think, 1st December 2013, when Babaji first appeared, previously I was just praying to Babaji. When he came, so first thing is that your silence period is over and go and teach people householder spirituality. So then he said another thing also, share your own stories. What happened to you? Okay. So why Babaji said that? Because if somebody like me came from certain kind of background, we have many friends here, our college mates, they know me, years, 40 years back. So if they know me before, so this transformation, it can happen, a person like me, it can happen to anyone. I'm not an extraordinary person or, spiritual birth and maybe born in a very highly spiritual family. No, nothing of that sort. Even opposite, none of them was, my family was inclined to spirituality. Yes, little bit of rituals, they used to do puja, but nothing more than that, which is very common. It's nothing uncommon there. Anyway, so why Babaji said to share my stories? Because that will, in the similar kind of people, they can correlate. Oh, I also face this, like I just shared in the beginning of today's session that earlier I used to think spirituality is only for the old age. Why should I waste time? I have a lot of, fun stuff need to do, a lot of party need to do, to enjoy my life. Yeah, spirituality. That's the thinking most of we are having, but still have. But from that, if something can happen further, some stages can happen, those people who walk those stages, they can tell you, this is the thing, it happened to me. So why not it will happen to you also? Yeah. That is the reason Babaji told me. And after that only I started sharing. Otherwise, I'm not sharing anything to what happened to me and what kind of experience or spiritual experience, meditational experience, nothing. Okay. There is no need. Why should I? I'm not to impress anyone. Okay. Anyway, so based on his, then I started sharing and past life stories and all those kind of stuff. Things. Even the sharing what I'm doing right now. It's all because of that. Otherwise, I could have kept my mouth shut and just experience, do my own sadhana, and that's it. Anyway. So when you get downloaded those, started downloading and asking the questions directly to your own soul and get the answers, that is the stage is called knowers. Means you started knowing of what? Knowing the truth. And whatever get downloaded, I was mentioning, that is your truth. That may not match with anybody else. Don't need to be. You are walking your own unique spiritual path. So you are looking path forward to your own journey. That is your truth. On your journey, if you find there is a bend there, that is a truth for you. Somebody may not get the same bend, doesn't matter. Nothing to do with somebody else. It is about you. Okay? That is your truth. You have to experience and go forward. So when you are thorough with this, then you come to the level of knowingness. Okay? When you come to the knowingness level, then the external borrowed knowledge from the Guru will no longer be required. This kind of connection, when you start getting your inward, downloading information, external will not, you just ask yourself, get it downloaded. That is called knowingness. Knowingness, just to make it clear, I'm just try to explicitly say, knowing, nothing to do with the bookish knowledge or video or somebody told or whose disciple you are, is none of them. Okay? This knowingness, what you downloaded directly. And to be more specific, those information, those knowledge which have not processed by your five senses. Whether you saw something, heard something, somebody is telling something, smelling something, or feeling something, none of them. Direct. That is called knowingness. Yeah, that is your truth. So that is the stage comes whether you can download anything, you can ask any question, you get the answer internally. Because divine knows everything. Basically, it comes through your soul consciousness. So your soul knows everything. So soul gives you that answer. But here, when you reach there you are come to a stage where you can actually receive the message and understand them. Earlier, it is one way. You are asking some question, but you think nobody is responding to anything. Because you have a transmitter only, you don't open the receiver. When you open the receiver, not only receive, sometimes receiver is open, but you listen all this noise, You need to tune in also. You need to learn how to tune in. So, earlier there's the transistor radio, you get too much noise here and there. But if you tune properly, then you listen, understand, okay, this center is, telling a news. This center is, there is a music going on. This center, there is a interview going on. You can clearly understand that. Here also like that. You tune in. When you tune it down, able to download, that is your knowingness. That you come to that stage. Yeah, it takes practice, but only condition is it has to be direct. It should not be through somebody. If I say that I'm downloading information, I'm telling you, even this, today's discussion, whatever I'm giving you, for you, it is second-hand knowledge. It's not your truth. Okay, so that's what, when you get that, that is your knowingness. So we come to that level. Next, come to that level. So what is further? Okay, this knowingness, it is also known as they are the sant. The sants are, they are the knowers who has that kind of connection. Sant something, the spiritual path, they can sant, so they are like the knowers. Yeah? Next stage is called that healers. Yeah. So through the spiritual practice, they get into something called some spiritual powers. Yeah? And most of those kind of means spiritual powers, mostly there are supernatural powers, you can say. Like it's not commonly available. They get to some kind of thing that heightened sense, the psychic abilities and this kind of stuff. Yeah. And what they do is this kind of abilities, basically it is they can channel huge amount of energy towards them. Normally what happens is this kind of, when somebody comes to that level, any spiritual seeker come to the level where they can attract spiritual power, by the time, their heart chakra opens, means they feel compassion about the people and others. They use it for the benefit of others. Most of the time they use this energy to help others. Sending energy to help others, this in other words called healing. Okay. So they use their energy, this supernatural energy or the spiritual power per se. They use it to help others, or clean some space, or creating better environment, energizing some environment or a group, or things like that. Yeah. So, and we have the healing chakra in the center of our palm, and all these things. Maybe if they touch somebody, they get the energy and the heal and things like that. So they are the healers. And those healers, if they come to that stage, and they are called siddhas also. They are the siddha who has that spiritual power, who does a lot of other things, the psychic abilities. So those are the things that are healers, or you can say the psychics. So they are called psychics, who can do this kind of stuff, supernatural things. All right. So next is the next level called mystics. Mystics are the level where a person get fully enlightened, or you can say the Guru Kripa happened. They completely self-realized. Yeah? Mystics are those, they have got the liberation, the lit up all the areas of their being, enlightened being, or just a Buddha. Yeah. So, and when they come to that level, that experience happens. It happens to Guru Kripa only by divine grace it happens. We cannot achieve it, but there is a huge level of transition happens, like internal thing being, and almost, and most of the, when that happens, then most of the people who undergo they go into the complete silent mode. And anyone undergoes this process, the first thing that happens, they go into complete silence. Most of the time they keep meditating and just trying to absorb this huge amount of energy, huge amount of realization, fully understand, no questions, left. That the knowingness, usme chala jata hai, most of the thing. They know about their purpose on the planet Earth, self-realized. So, but not necessarily they communicate with others. Rather opposite, they become silent, and just. And this is the cases, most of they isolate themselves and just experience them and enjoy them. It's a very blissful state, that is, joyful, blissful state. These, you can say, the mystics are the enlightened ones, enlightened beings, or Buddhas, yeah, and these mystics. And anybody who undergo that process, the normal tendency goes into silence. So in the spirituality, that is called the silence period or silent period. And they are the internal full of joy, and do have this, all the capacity of healing others, knowingness is all there, but they are completely now completed the process. They call the sustained enlightenment. Means some people, many, in any stage of people, during deep meditation, they get a glimpse of the meditation. Enlightenment. That is called satori, means temporary experience of enlightenment. These are slowly, they fade away. Okay, but the mystics, they can hold it 24/7. Yeah? That's the true enlightenment. It is called sustained enlightenment. Yeah? So those who can hold the sustained enlightenment, those they are the mystics. They never goes away. No, they can hold it. And they are truly enlightened. And as I mentioning that they go into the silence mode, so they don't talk to, they're not interested, and they completely, they get repelled by so-called the masses and so-called societal things and, party gossiping, this, that, and they're not interested at all. They realize the uselessness of all those kind of things. Too much, glorification of our position or money or the high degree and doctorates and, There's nothing wrong in studying, but boasting it that I am too much, I have this much, I have this much knowledge, I have this much money, So they see the truth. So they got completely repelled by that. So they are just being the internal joyful. So they are the mystics. This is the enlightened stage. The mystics are truly enlightened, the beings. And then the next stage is the master. Now what happens is that out of some of the mystics who has the experience of enlightenment, some of them, they feel compassionate about the humanity, like other fellow human beings. They realize that most of the people on planet Earth, they're sleeping, not awakened. And when that already the person is enlightened, the person can see how the universe works, how perfect the world is, Contrary to others, which say there's so many problems in the art, but they realize how perfectly the creation is. And they see how the people are suffering unnecessarily, just because of ignorance. I call it just like they realize that people are walking on the streets in the dark night, in the no moon night, and there is no light. So every step they are taking, they're falling and stumbling on a small stone, they're falling into a ditch, small hole, and they bang into the wall side another building, or hit their head on a lamppost because they don't see anything. Falling again, somehow managing to go. So they realize most of the people of planet Earth and going out of their ignorance, the darkness, they are just moving, somehow managing to go forward. But when the enlightened people, it is like a daylight. When the light has come, the whole path is clear. Of course, there will be some stone, lamppost, the ditch, or whole wall, everything is there. But they can easily maneuver them because they see everything, where the danger is and all. So that is the enlightened living, the holistic living. So they realize most of the people, they're wasting their time in their lives, like trying to walk the road into the darkness, complete darkness. And that's why they're getting hit, they're complaining. That is true, they're falling. Every moment they try to move, they fall. They hit with something or some negativity happens. So what is the solution then? Permanent solution is not to try more because you're still in the darkness. Your progress is not that much. Bring the light of awareness. So out of compassion, those few mystics, they then come down from their own so-called enlightened space and come back to the society, and they're out of compassion. They don't criticize people. They don't think you are fool, you are idiot. No. There is no opinion. They know they are just sleeping, unawakened. They try to awaken them, try to bring light into their lives through the guidance, through the message. And if somebody like to follow, they become the guru of them. So that they can guide them personally. Out of compassion, there is no other self-interest. Whatever the life this life, human life can be achieved, they achieved it. And rest of the thing, physical positions, they know that it is useless. It's not enough. And neither it will solve any true issues of the human, but enlightenment can. So fully joyful life living, that complete experience changes. But anyway, these things they like to transfer to the other people who are still somehow try to move in the darkness and getting hit every time, now and then. These people who voluntarily offered themselves, they don't need, for them, they don't need it. It's done. The rest of their life, they can sit somewhere and do this normal here and there, and they can experience that joy. But they come down out of compassion to help others. They face a lot of criticism, a lot of negativity, a lot of people, they judge them and things like that, what I told earlier. It doesn't matter to them. They are feeling the joy of giving. That's why they give joy. And of course, they are guided by the divine because they become the divine agent. whatever divine wants to do for humanity, they play that role of the agent so that they can connect the energy, get the message, convey the message, and all those kind of things, help others to walk, and that's finally also get enlightened in the process. These people are called masters. By choice, they come down. They could have lived at the mystic stage. That's fine. They reach their goal, the enlightened one, liberated one. But they are come down and come to that level, willingly accept all the negativity associated with it, or the criticism associated with it, the opinion of the people and things like that. And like the Gautam Buddha, I said, somebody come and giving gali to Gautam Buddha. There are many like that. They come and do it. Because, you see, anybody is different than the normal, so-called normal people. The people cannot withstand them. Even the Jesus Christ was crucified. So that kind of thing, they can be killed. Many masters got killed. Anyway, they take all the risk. They do it out of compassion only, just to help others. So they are the masters, and they develop their own method how to teach them. Because also there is something called, we don't accept learning from any type of people. We need to understand they should be our same status level, like linguistic barriers should not be there, and maybe certain kind of, because we don't listen to anyone. I'd say, suppose somebody come to your house from Peru and talks in Portuguese, wearing some bizarre kind of dirty dress. Would you accept that person as your guru? Will never. So that means they have to have certain kind of things. It should be, suppose, your own level of intellect, or it should look like, that your kind of social, the bandwidth and type of your background and thing like that. Then only accept that, I can listen to something, understand something, and all those kind of things. Anyway, divine knows it. So they come, so they cater to different gurus, cater to the different, section of the society. And slowly that increases, of course. So they are the masters. So that is your life mission, to help humanity. Nothing more than that. Whatever they need to get, they get it from the source. Why to ask from the people? Okay. Why to snatch away something from somebody else? Whatever they get it rewarded from the divine, which is source is infinite. Anyway, so they are called the masters. Okay. Next one level, it may or may not happen. That is called the prophets. They are one step ahead of the masters. What they do is they download the true breakthrough from the know-how from the universal net and create systems and procedures, to help people out of love and compassion. Again, they create new method, new techniques, or you can say the new science or vidyas in Sanskrit they call. So they are the founder of new systems or new, the methods or new culture. And this culture, some of them become the game changer for the whole humanity. It can be a new religion also. Through them, they are giving these methods, their teachings and learnings and all. So they are called prophets. Who have a major impact in the humanity. For if you just like me to give you some kind of understanding between the masters and the prophets, masters also do the same thing, try to help the humanity. So how do you know that some become the prophets? Suppose when that master leaves the body, I'm just giving some thumb rule. It's not the form and thing, just to get an idea. If, say, about 100 years after their death, if still many people follow that teaching, that fellow has gone to the level of prophet level. Means if this thing doesn't disappear with the death of that person, at least 100 years, then you go to the level that master is called they've gone to the range of the prophet. So you can find it out which methods, and there are many masters came and gone, but after maybe 30, 40, 50 years, nobody even know who they are and things like that. If they survive 100 and 150 years, means another different era, then you can say that they are the prophets, because even if they are teaching their methods and all that, having a major impact onto the human like a civilization, humanity, and that has got an impact. So they are called the long-lasting impact of the masters, even they leave their body. So that is the type of thing they are on the state of the prophets. So whatever they said, whatever the divine message, Vani they have given, that becomes the prophecies. Okay, so that is there. So it is just another method. Most of the time, it is seen their living time they don't flourish. They flourish after they live. That's what I'm saying. That maybe you have to wait for 100 years more after they leave the body. Then only you realize whether it's the impact is short-living, short living, or it is a long term. There is the impact on the humanity. Yeah. So that is the thing. All right. So with this, I will conclude today's the learning session. Now, if you have any question, you can ask me. Meanwhile, I'll save the attendance. Yeah, Sharmishta, I'll come to you. Let me save the attendance. I've seen you raised your hands. Go ahead with your question.
I would like to understand the difference between in depth, the devotee, disciple, and follower. Because I want to understand what am I.
Okay, that's good. See, let us start from the master. So there is no question about somebody the master. Of course, all the masters have different methods, different teaching, and things like that. So maybe out of that one master, I follow. Means whatever the teaching, whatever the things, I don't have any one-to-one connection. I have not learned personally, but the teaching, I read something and all these things, I like that. That master may be living or non-living, or maybe the prophet, still not living. But if I follow that teaching and the method and all, I become a follower. Okay, so that is the simple understanding of the follower. Just I like the method, and follower also not necessarily I cannot follow maybe 2-3 different other masters. I can, but when I follow a method recommended by some master, living or non-living, then it is called that I am a follower. So I can follower of many things, or many masters, or many religion, or many technique. That's all fine. Okay, this is called follower. So, from the follower, the next thing is devotee. Devotee means this following, I also practice myself. Means there is a method, I just not too nice to hear, nice to read and all. I have not stopped at that level. Maybe that master has given some technique. That technique I have not learned directly from the master, but I saw some video, I just get, or many others I found they are also following. So I'm just learn those techniques or learn those methods or read about it, and then I'm practicing. And then I don't go to any other, other masters or any other methods. I have no confusion. I know this is best for me. I do practice, but this practice I have not learned directly from the master. In other words, I have not been initiated by the master. I'm just following the method or practicing myself for my spiritual growth. So then this particular thing called you are a devotee of that particular master. Okay.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
master, or it can be some deity also. You are a devotee of certain deity. Okay. Say Lord Krishna. You are a devotee of Lord Krishna. Means Lord Krishna method, you do worshipping of that and follow, you practice that kirtan, bhajan, and like that. But that is the one, only one deity you follow. So you become the devotee of that particular deity, okay, or master, okay. So this is about the devotee. Disciple is when you are actually, initiated by one master, one method, and then you have a one-to-one contact when you need. Suppose you are stuck somewhere or you have some confusion. If that person, the master, is available to you for any method, maybe phone call, message, or physical meeting, doesn't matter. Any opportunity to get the one-to-one guidance, and then you follow that master's method and all, then you become the disciple, of that master. Hmm. And then you follow this one-to-one guidance will take you that. So that is the fundamental difference between the disciple and the devotee and the follower. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay. And one more question, if I can add.
Yeah, sure.
Um, so it's my personal experience. Like many other followers, I follow different paths also, and
Mm.
but only in two places. In Amma's place and in Mayapur ISKCON, I found myself like tears rolling down my eyes, and it was not stopping. So something was happening inside me. So I don't know how, is there any reason behind it, but I go to so many other spiritual places, it doesn't happen like that. So is
Okay.
it can I call it, is it just love, emotion, or anything? Does it have a name, or any connection, or what is it?
No, you are a devotee, but there is a different level of devotee. Some of them you feel
Mhm.
connected. Okay. Your connection
Yes,
is
what that.
strong there. That's why you feel you are emotionally connected. So when you get emotionally connected, getting into this tears coming, it is a tears of joy basically. So it coming is very normal. Okay. So this
Oh,
is fine. So, but as the only when you connect, you yourself, you connect from your side and then you get it, you are a devotee, definitely. But what I am saying is there are different levels of devotion. You don't feel that everywhere or
yes,
others what you go.
yes.
So that means you are more degree wise, that is a more attached with that, more devoted towards those paths. Okay, that's what it means.
But what is the reason? Is it? But I have not read. It's not that I have read any literature for that specific cult, or that specific spiritual group. But it just happens automatically. So is it not explainable, or what is it?
No, no, it's explainable. So it is all energetic connection. It's nothing to do how much you read or how much you didn't. Okay. It is of the connection you feel. Connection
Yes,
we feel
exactly.
with
Yes.
that connection brings the tears in you. Means you are truly connected, wholeheartedly connected.
Why does that happen?
No, because we have energetically we have our own vibration, our own capacity, or in the pan level we have a certain level of heat, and in that heat a certain level of preparation will happen. Okay, so
Okay.
whatever you resonate with, that will bring tears in you. It is your resonance. It is not the source. Maybe everybody else will not get that kind of vibration. Hmm. Or resonance, or rather, everybody will have vibration. So you
Okay.
are synchronizing more with those paths.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
God bless you. Okay, next, Vikas, go ahead.
Thank you, Guruji. Uh, my question is, you mentioned about prophets. So, and in what I learned in my life is a word called incarnation. Is
Yeah,
there any
avatar.
difference?
Avatar. Yeah.
Avatar.
Hmm.
So, prophet and avatar, is there any difference, or it is same?
Not really. Avatars are also prophets. Yeah. Who has a mass appeal, you can say. See, that's what I was saying. Who has a mass appeal, it goes beyond to the boundary of their known circle. So then because, and not everybody is avatar. Okay, not all prophets are avatars. Yeah. But avatars is, you can say, the prophets of very high power. Like they have influence, you can say maybe they have influence somebody of say 500 years. Okay. Or 1000 years, the impact goes, not only 100 or 200. Yeah. So they got very high level of profits. Like our Mahavatar Babaji, thousands of years it goes there. But anyway, it is a different level of the prophets. Let us leave it there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. Next is Mahua.
Pranam Rajdipta. Very good session. I wanted to understand the silence period that you mentioned, which will come at some phase. And at times, there is a feeling of that. However, the impact on the environment, I'm not talking of social life or anything, even in the family environment, that sometimes comes in the way. I mean, because expectation is something else, but silence kind of gives a different feeling to the family members. So I just wanted to understand how does that, how to deal with that.
Very good question, because we are following householder spirituality. So that's very good question. See, so-called silence, whatever I'm saying, it is an inner silence. Like your mental or inner silence, which doesn't, deviate with many of whatever the external things are happening. That's the number one. Number two is even the external communication reduces, not stopped altogether. Whatever we need to do, particularly our duties, our professional duties, our household duties, that we do. Okay, we cannot be silent that, I have to go to the market to buy something and I'm just silent, not going out. This is not what the silence means. Yeah. It is, we become non-judgmental, and whatever we need to do, we just do it, whatever necessary for to operate in the physical world. We have to earn money and we have to do some job. So naturally, office meeting, we should not keep quiet and things like that. Yeah. But you can say that any unnecessary things get stopped. Unnecessarily gossiping, unnecessarily, meeting, calling somebody day and night on phone, or maybe going into the parties and all those kind of things. But it doesn't mean that whether really somebody, suppose your some relative is getting married and you have to go to that marriage party, of course you will go. Okay. But you will be do whatever necessary, but without indulging into any kind of further and big chit chatting and all. From inner side, it will not allow you to do that.
Right. Yeah, because what I find is a lot of these things distracts. Then to do the spiritual practice, again, a lot of effort is needed to come back to us. Like say there's a state we come to, okay, and then for a period there is a lot of distraction. Then again, coming back takes time. But I think I got my answer. So thank you.
You got your answer, but let me give you one advice. Okay. External events will never stop. Okay. It is our duty to make sure we are not giving that as a priority. I'm not saying it will stop.
Okay.
When we stop giving priority, in fact, factually, if you see, those who have just gone into that level of the masters and all those things, it is not that the absence of issues into their own families. It's not that. Maybe it's more actually. That may be another way divine tests us. Okay. Something will happen in the family. Personally, my brother and all, in my mother's death, he has not come and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So
Right.
they create some abnormal situations till you see that you are internally quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
normal tendency you could have just, it will create a big drama otherwise. Okay. So you don't feel like creating any drama out of it. That's all. Okay. You don't encourage anything from your side. Other side, let it be. No issues.
Mm.
So it will not stop happening. It's not absence of issues. It is how you respond to them. You respond as long as necessary. Rest of the things you take care of. The divine, you take care of this, because I don't claim it to be mine. All problem comes when I consider this is mine, my family, my brother, and my spouse or my children, and all this. That is the actual cause of creating this disturbance in me. But when you surrender, it's all yours. I'm just a temporary custodian. The matter ends there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Internally, I don't react the same way if we surrendered already. Okay. But it comes it comes as a spiritual maturity. Maybe externally nothing changes, but your approach to life changes completely.
But there are ups and downs. I mean, sometimes I'm able to maintain that spirit, that inner peace or whatever, that quiet. But sometimes I am also reacting. So I guess the frequency will reduce.
It's okay. Allow that. It's a normal. Allow that to happen. But main thing is the I-ness. This is mine. This is my family.
Yeah,
This is my.
right.
That has to stop. And another thing, normally what I say, one of the teaching is, any situation, if you see one side is right thing to do, your duty, okay, another, or everybody does this way, and other side is your peace of mind. Always you choose your peace of mind.
Yes, yes. That.
Okay, if you do that, then silence will definitely come. Okay. Only thing, the right thing to do, much later stage in my life, I realized to be right is also an addiction. Okay.
Yes.
Why we wanted to be right in all situations, all families. My family, I should be doing right. And many people, when I say instead of right, choose your peace of mind, many people will say, how can you suggest that? You are a spiritual person. You should be telling us you do the right thing. Okay. Then my answer is that because I am spiritual, I can see the level maybe you will not be able to see right now. Whatever you think is the right thing to do, your duty, maybe that is also another illusion.
Right.
Fundamental truth may not be that. Okay, that's why you follow your peace of mind, so that you are in a position to help others as and when required. In the process of doing things right, if you lose your patience or you say something or do something, that will create more problem. That's the solution. You got my point? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So next is Hari Om. Yeah.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
Guruji, just one small thing that I got initiated in Kriya Yoga first time by the YSS.
Mhm.
Subsequently, I shifted because of service condition, moved to a different place. Another Kriya Yoga method I learned, though similar to what YSS teaches, but another group. There
Yeah.
also they initiated in Kriya Yoga.
Mhm.
Then one more place, similar Kriya Yoga initiation. And then finally I came to Nirmal Kriya. So
Okay.
all these initiations, do I treat them as part of my instability or they are part of progression? What is it? Or is there any disrespect to anyone whom I'm not following now because I'm following now the latest one or the last one which I have been initiated?
Okay. No, that's good question. The two way you have to look at it. First of all, whether you disrespect anyone, answer is no. Means if it, okay, let me tell you, whatever coming to you naturally, you don't manipulate something. You didn't say bad words and creating something nonsense in the other thing, then it is an issue. Okay.
Correct.
If you have just shifted the method, you are not disrespecting anyone. You are only still a range of the seeking, the enquirer. You are inquiring and finding out which method resonates you more, or which guru you understand more. Everybody is right in their own way, okay? But to whom you are resonating more, there is nothing wrong. Okay, this is a normal way understanding. Now I'm giving the spiritual understanding. Okay. If something is not meant for you, if your so-called, the first guru, is not allowing you, is not, okay with you shifting another method, it will simply not happen in your life.
Okay.
Second guru will not appear in your life without permission of your first guru. So as the third. Okay.
Okay.
Without permission of first two gurus, your third guru will not appear in your life to whom you can actually learn. So, spiritual understanding is everything is coming as a Guru Tattva from the Guru Mandala. So the personality does not matter. It is your idea. I change first Guru to second, second to third. It's your idea. But what is happening in the spiritual area is Guru Tattva is flowing to you through certain way.
Okay.
You have to respect that and follow that. As long as you don't disrespect other things, simply following the latest one will not make you any kind of culprit of any kind. Okay. And if you really could have been the culprit, things will just stop happening. It will not come to you, no matter what you do. Okay. Clear? Understanding?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Guruji, for right understanding. Wonderful.
God bless you. Okay, Monica.
Pranama PA.
Pranam.
So my question is, like Guruji Premji Nirmal says that emotionality to functionality, and we also discussed about today about the silence period and how we can just be internalized and inward looking completely, and but still at times our ego the play gives the bait of expectation, and that one small 0.001% expectation just pulls it out and takes it outward, and again the cycle starts. So how can we, I understand that we have to be in a witness consciousness and consciously work on it, but at times it's like the what we call the spot blind spot. So from that, it just slips away, and then restoring our inner peace and coming back to that neutral stage becomes challenging. And
Yeah.
so my question is, how can we make sure that we can safeguard ourselves and our energy and not let it drain in outward manner?
See, actually, the answer is very simple. The simple is, ज़्यादा घास नहीं डालना है. Be less self-critical. जो भी हो रहा है ठीक हो रहा है. It's okay. कोई ऐसे जंप करके जाना पड़ेगा ऐसा तो कोई किसने ये लिखा है ना? I didn't sign a bond that I have to do it this way. Whatever is happening, take it, sportingly. It's okay. And this is about the practical approach. But the spiritual understanding is this kind of thing happens when we just come down from the surrender. Okay. Means it only shows that we have not surrendered 100%. Sometimes we did, do sadhana, and sometimes it drops down to 90, 80, then we face something. But that only shows that you dropped from your 100%. That's all. ये भी तेरा वो भी तेरा सब कुछ तेरा मैं कौन होता हूं उसको क्लेम करने वाला कि मैं मेरा है. Okay, like that. So if you surrender everything, including your problem, including your duty, including your this, that, lifestyle, all, it will take you through. The moment that I claim to be this is mine, or I should be doing this, and this is, or I am on the spiritual path for so many years, why this is still happening to me? You are judging yourself. Okay, ho raha hai to ho raha hai. It's okay. It will also pass by. Yeah, allow that to happen. Go with the flow. So same thing. There is no such extraordinary or magic formula for this. Okay.
Yes, beautiful RPA. And as you were talking, and it just kept coming to me, khel me. So
Correct.
that's exactly what you're explaining as well. So thank you. Yes, I'll try that.
God bless you. Okay, Nirupam.
This is regarding the question that Hariyam just posed actually. I had a similar experience. I want to share my experience actually.
Okay, go ahead.
I was also following for for last 30 years, I am following Yoga Sastra Society, that Paramahansa Yogananda's teaching. I took the lesson, 5-year lesson, and I was following that Kriya. No, not really Kriya, but all other methods. I didn't really took the Kriya, actually. That didn't happen. And then I came to RPA, that is as a guru, 2018. So that question was in my mind, that how come I am following voices? I could have followed something, Ramakrishna Mission or something, and then I could have been totally, could have been totally different. So when I was discussing the poet with Vidya wife, Bangalore, so Mataji told through Vidya that you have been taken care by Muhammad Babaji all through, right from the beginning. So don't worry about that, what I am following and this thing, you are always taken care. And you are being taken care. So thank you so much. That was very, very highly inspiring for me, that message.
Yeah, great. Krishmita, go ahead.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
It's just a small question. I just wanted to ask that during the process of our sadhana, does detachment and sadness, it comes together, or it's just a wrong feeling I'm getting?
What is that? Detachment
And sadness.
sadness. These two
Yes.
completely different things. Yeah.
Yes. I was also thinking so, but I get it at the same time. I don't know why. It's not
Okay.
because I'm living something, I'm getting sad. Not for that. But sadness for no reason sometimes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. See, when you are detached, then from where the sadness is coming? Okay.
Yes.
If detached, it doesn't matter, no? Whatever state you are. Yeah. So somehow I'm answering exactly what I understand the feeling you are going through. I'm not saying the feelings are wrong. Your feelings are correct. But the characterization is wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. So instead of detachment word, you put the word sacrifice. Okay. For understand. Okay. So I'm sacrificing, I'm feeling sad. Okay.
Okay.
So means you are supposed to get something, you are not getting it. So that is what the sacrificing coming. Okay.
Okay.
Because of that, you feel sad.
Okay.
Now I'm saying, so what happens is that in the path of spirituality, when we go to a certain level, then we don't meet with expectation. Okay, it is a mind construct. There is no such thing that I have to reach here. Okay, everything is normal. Everything is fine. You know what I was just explaining to Monica also. Whatever happens, let it be. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose I am not reaching a particular level, or I am not getting something what I am supposed to get. These are all expectations.
Yes.
Expectation our mind sets for us. It is not real.
Yes.
So from there, come to the level that whatever is coming to you, it's meant for me, it's coming to me. Okay.
Okay.
That is the state called acceptance. If you accept what is, then there will be no sadness.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. If we accept whatever it is, yeah. So suppose suppose say you saw the rose. You expect it will give a certain fragrance, right? Okay.
Yes.
Maybe the rose was actually cut 3 days before, and that rose is dried up now. It doesn't have a power to give the fragrance. Only thing I have to accept, this particular rose is not giving the fragrance so-called it should be. It's okay. Rose has a right to be in the the taja stage, and rose has its all the right to be in the dry state as well. It's the expectation that it will give a fragrance is making the difference in me, and that's what I feel sad that why I got this rose. I could have got a better rose or fragrance or normal. It is normal. I am getting abnormal. Okay.
That,
So
that means, Guruji, I have to become less judgmental.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Accept it both as it is. Okay. Accept
Yes.
both as that whatever is happening. No? Consider this is the divine. This is what the divine experience I'm getting. It's supposed to be happen this way only. Whether it is likable scenario, dislikable scenario, you accept it. It is the way it is. Okay. See, when you practice like that, no, then whatever is happening, it loses its power on you. Then the joy will come from inside. It is not dependent on whatever is happening, not happening, whether it's sacrificing or not sacrificing. Okay. Where you're feeling the happy or sad, it doesn't matter. All the time you're connected and joyful. Okay. To go to that level, you have to disconnect from this kind of emotions, which is triggered by outside events. Happening or not happening, something will not make any difference to you.
Yes.
Yeah, but of course it takes some time. Means allow it to happen. Which will be the power that take you there? That is awareness. What I'm saying is that accept this way, I accept that way also. Day and night I accept equally. So I don't feel sad whether it's a day or night. Also I know this will also change.
Okay.
So if I both say day and night I accept, so that means I'm in acceptance mode all the time. Then I become truly spiritual. I don't judge whether it's a day or night or the light or the darkness and all those kind of things. I take it as a natural happenings. Okay.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, thank you so much. Yes.
Okay. God bless you. Yeah. Tapos?
Actually, one question. For last so many months, I'm doing the meditation, and I was not facing any problem. Everything was moving good, and you get some, as you said, the jerks. So those jerks, whenever I'm finding that I assume that yes, I was in thoughtless stage. Some assumptions on that direction. So that was a bit of satisfying experience which was happening. But for the last 3 weeks, I'm finding it becoming very difficult for me to handle the thoughts. And there is an incessant amount of thoughts, even though I'm following the same steps what you are giving in Sunday morning. But somehow I'm not able to control the thoughts, and it is somehow I'm entering that. I'm not able to enter into the thoughtless stage ever. This is happening for last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Should I take it as a normal thing and it was okay, fine, let it go, let it pass, like that, or is there any rectification process for that?
See, you need not to take. You need not to react to it anything.
Okay.
Means I go to that extent. I'm saying thoughts are coming. No?
Yeah.
You accept this is also my divine experience. Thoughts are coming.
Okay.
Maybe bad thoughts are coming. You take this is my divine experience. Okay.
Perfect.
Then what will happen? What I was explaining earlier to Sushmita also. Then it cannot hold you. It will not have any energy to convince you or to move you. Because you are accepting. Okay, whatever is coming, let it come. It's okay.
Okay.
The moment I try to push it, moment I try to stop it, moment I'm thinking, well, I'm sitting in meditation, why are so much thought coming? That is another thought. That is also dragging you down.
Okay.
Allow it to happen. Oh, aega chala bhi jayega. It's okay. And no need to bother too much. So don't. In Hindi they call usko zyada ghas nahi dalne ka.
Yeah.
Let it happen slowly. When you don't give any importance, then it is impact on you. It is hold on you will reduce slowly.
Okay.
Automatically over the period of time.
And all on a sudden it has started, and no control. Somehow.
No need to control. What I am saying, forget about control. You don't even judge.
Judge it.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay. It's coming, going. No problem. About the content, about the frequency, about why now. No need to give any kind of analysis.
Okay. But just follow the steps. What you are doing, I follow the same steps. That I have to do continuously, irrespective. The thoughts are incessantly coming, and so let it happen like that. Okay.
Yes. Only thing from your side, don't say, oh, today there is too many thought. I'm not able to meditate. Let me get up. Don't get up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. That is an excuse. That is your ego play. Okay. Even if thoughts are, if you say select half an hour for meditation,
Yes.
आधा घंटा बैठे रहने का.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
Don't get up. Let it come, whatever it comes. Okay.
Perfect. I will utilize the full allocated time. Perfect.
Yes. So don't give that excuse of that, to get up. That's all you have to do. When you do that, then slowly, your system, your subconscious will understand that nothing will deter you to walk the spiritual path. Okay.
Am I under test or what?
Okay. Then it will happen. Automatically, things will happen, things will change, then the experience will change, the quality of thought will change, number will be down. So much things happen. You need not to do anything. It will happen.
It will happen.
Okay.
Or let it flow. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Radhindra.
Okay. God bless you. All right. So let us conclude our session today with Shanti Path. Oh. Sarvesham swastirbhavatu. Sarvesham shantirbhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. That completes our session today.